morning everyone. Today I'm going to discuss to you about the educational system of the Philippines. I am Mary Sweet Rose 18 Doc, VUOU EDDLM student. The educational system of the Philippines was patterned to the educational system of Spain and of the United States. After the liberation of the Philippines in 1946, Filipinos have moved in various directions of its own. Elementary and high school is compulsory, which is administered by the Department of Education. Why are we now implementing 13 years of basic education? The Philippines is the last country in Asia and one of the only 3 countries worldwide with a 10-year pre-university cycle. A 13-year program is found to be the best period for learning under basic education. It is also the recognized standard for students and professionals globally. What has been done to get ready for the K-12? Are we ready for the K-12? School year 2011 to 2012, Universal Kindergarten implementation begins. School year 2012 to 2013, Enhanced Curriculum for Grade 1 to 7 implemented. 2013, K-12 enacted into a law. 2014, Curriculum for Grade 11 to 12 finished. The implementation of the K-12 system began in the 2012 and 2013 academic year, which means that the first full cohort of students to go through the whole K-12 system will graduate from high school in 2024. The K-12 program covers kindergarten and 12 years of basic education, 6 years of primary education, 4 years of junior high school, and 2 years of senior high school to provide sufficient time for mastery of concept and skills, develop lifelong learners, and prepare graduates for tertiary education, middle class skills development, employment, and entrepreneurship. Strengthening early childhood education, universal kindergarten. Every Filipino now has an access to every childhood education through universal kindergarten. At the 5 years old, children start schooling and are given the means to slowly adjust to formal education. Research shows that children who underwent kindergarten had better completion rates than those who did not. Children who complete a standard-based kindergarten program are better prepared for primary education. Education for children in the early years lays the foundation for lifelong learning and for the total development of a child. The early years of human being from 0 to 6 years are the most critical period when the brain grows to the at least 60 to 70% of the adult size. In kindergarten, students learn the alphabet, numbers, shapes, and colors through games, songs, and dances in their mother tongue. Strengthening early childhood education, universal kindergarten. Every Filipino now has an access to every childhood education through universal kindergarten. At the 5 years old, children start schooling and are given the means to slowly adjust to formal education. Research shows that children who underwent kindergarten had better completion rates than those who did not. Children who complete a standard-based kindergarten program are better prepared for primary education. Education for children in the early years lays the foundation for lifelong learning and for the total development of a child. The early years of human being from 0 to 6 years are the most critical period when the brain grows to the at least 60 to 70% of the adult size. In kindergarten, students learn the alphabet, numbers, shapes, and colors through games, songs, and dances in their mother tongue. Republic Act 8980 Early Childhood Care and Development Act. Enacted in 2000, this law identifies the growing importance of providing preschool education and addressing young adult children's needs. It also recognizes parents as the children's primary caregivers and teachers. It also requires all the local government units to set up a daycare centers in every barangay. Daycare center provide learning needs, health, and psychological needs. Senate Bill 3235, an act to institutionalize preschool education. Senator Edgardo Angara proposed the institutionalization of preschool education as part of the compulsory basic education. This bill is about the formulation of the standard preschool curriculum, which will ensure that before entering in grade 1. Building proficiency through language mother tongue-based multilingual education. Students are able to learn best through their first language, their mother tongue. 12 mother tongue language had been introduced for school year 2012-2013. Bahasa Sob, Bicol, Cebuano, Chabacano, Hiligaynon, Iloco, Kapampangan, Maguindanaoan, Meranao, Pangasinense, Tagalog, and Waray. Other local languages will be added in succeeding school years. Aside from the mother tongue, English and Filipino are taught as subjects starting grade 1 with a focus on oral fluency. From grades 4 to 6, English and Filipino are gradually introduced as language of instruction. Both will become primary languages of instruction in junior high school and in senior high school. After grade 1, every student can read in his or her mother tongue. Learning in mother tongue also serves as the foundation for students to learn Filipino and English easily. Junior high school, ensuring integrated and seamless learning spiral progression. Subjects are taught from the simplest concept to more complicated concept through grade levels in spiral progression. As early as elementary, students gain knowledge in areas such as biology, geometry, earth science, chemistry, and algebra. These ensure mastery of knowledge and skills after each level. For example, currently in high school, biology is taught in second year, chemistry is in third year, and physics in fourth year. In K-12, these subjects are connected and integrated from grade 7 to 10. This same method is used in other learning areas like math. Gearing up for the future senior high school. Senior high school is 2 years of specialized upper secondary education. Students may choose a specialization based on aptitude, interest, and school capacity. The choice of career track will define the content of the subject a student will take in grades 11 and 12. Senior high school subjects fall under either the core curriculum or specific tracks. Senior high school is 2 years of specialized upper secondary education. Student may choose a specialization based on aptitude, interest, and school capacity. The choice of career track will define the content of the subject a student will take in grades 11 and 12. Each student in senior high school can choose among 3 tracks: academic, technical, vocational, livelihood, and sports and arts. The academic track includes 3 strands: business, accountancy, management, humanities, education, social sciences, and science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. In school year 2012-2013, there are 33 public high schools, public technical vocational high schools, and higher education institutions that have implemented grade 11. This is a research and design programs to stimulate different aspects of senior high school in preparation for the full nationwide implementation in school year 2016-2017. Modeling programs offered by these schools are based on student interests, community needs, and their respective capacities. Senior high school core curriculum. There are 7 learning areas under the core curriculum. These are languages, literature, communication, mathematics, philosophy, natural sciences, and social sciences. Current content from some general education subjects are embedded in the senior high school curriculum. Each student in senior high school can choose among three tracks: academic, technical, vocational livelihood, sports, and arts. Academic track includes three strands: business, accountancy, management, humanities, education, social sciences, and science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Students undergo immersion, which may include earn while you learn opportunities to provide them relevant exposure and actual experience in their chosen track. Program implementation in public schools is being done in phases starting school year 2012-2013. Grade 1 entrants in school year 2012-2013 are the first batch to fully undergo the program, and current first year junior high school students or grade 7 are the first to undergo the enhanced secondary education program to facilitate the transition from the existing 10-year basic education to 12 years. DepEd is also implementing the senior high school and senior high school modeling. Technical Vocational Education and Training National Certificate. After finishing grade 10, a student can obtain Certificate of Competency, COC, or National Certificate Level 1 NC1. After finishing a technical vocational livelihood track in grade 12, a student may obtain a National Certificate Level 2 NC2, provided she passes the competency-based assessment of the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority. NC1 and NC2 improves employability of graduates in fields like agriculture, electronics, and trade. Non-formal education and alternative learning system. Non-formal education is an organized learning activity aimed at attaining a set of objectives outside the established formal system, intended for a particular clientele, especially the out-of-school youth or adult illiterates who cannot avail themselves of formal education. Courses are skills-oriented from 6 to 10 months. Technical Education and Skills Development Authority offers programs ranging in duration from a couple of weeks to 2-year diploma courses. Programs can be technology courses like automotive technology and electronic technology, service courses such as caregiver, nurse aide, hotel and hotel restaurant management, trade courses such as electrician, plumber, building, automotive mechanic, diesel mechanic, heavy vehicle operator, and practical nursing. Tertiary education, higher education. CHED is responsible in the formulation and implementation of policies, plans, and programs for the development and efficient operation of the higher education system in the country. The delivery of the higher education in the Philippines is provided by the private and public higher education institutions. Types of higher education institution: state universities and colleges, private institutions. Private institutions are owned and administered by the private individuals, groups, or corporations. This is classified either as sectarian colleges and universities. Secretarians hold 751 are owned by the private corporations which are not affiliated to any religious organization. Majority are stocks, a few are non-stock, non-profit corporations, and a number are foundations. Private schools craft their transition plan based on current previous entry ages from grade 1 and final year of kinder, duration of program, and mostly importantly, content of curriculum offered. Higher education in Asia. Tsinghua University, China. Tsinghua University has been committed to a multidisciplinary system for more than 30 years, having undergone many changes since it established in 1911. It is known as one of the most elite universities in China, admitting only those students who score extremely highly in the national exam. The university offers 51 different undergraduate programs and more than 200 postgraduate degrees. Tsinghua, which features in the top 20 in the overall the World University Rankings, also achieves a top 30 positions for engineering and technology, life sciences, physical science, computer science, and business. Peking University, China. Peking University was the first modern national university in China, founded at the end of the 19th century. Now it is known as a Center for Progressive Thought and Research Excellence. It currently has 216 research centers, two of which are national engineering institutions. Although the university teaches and researches across science and social science and humanities, it particularly stands out internationally for physical science and engineering. The university library is the largest of its kind in Asia, holding 11 million books and other resources. After relocating in 1952, the main campus is now on the former site of the Qing Dynasty Imperial Garden and still has some of the original features and landscaping, including gardens, pagodas, and historic buildings. The entrance gate to the campus have murals on the ceilings and are attractions in their own right. On campus, there are specific dormitories for the 2,000 international students. Many prominent thinkers in China are alumni of Peking University. 3 Nobel Prize winners are also associated with the institution. National University of Singapore. Singapore is the oldest institution in Singapore and the largest by student numbers. The National University of Singapore combines research excellence and innovation. It ranks in the top 25 in the world overall with particularly high score for research and international outlook and a standout performance in engineering and technology. The entrepreneurial focus of the university dates back 3 decades to the formation of the dedicated Center for Innovation and Technopreneurship. NUS uses British-style teaching through small group tutorials and US-style course credit to make up the degree requirements. Degrees programs are more flexible than those in the UK. As in the US system, students may transfer between courses early in their degree, take modules across different faculties, and are required to have a broad cross-disciplinary selection of courses. Many students live on campus in one of the 6,000 residential places across various halls, all served by an internal shuttle bus to take students around campus. Notable alumni includes for Singaporean Prime Minister and Presidents, 2 Malaysian Prime Ministers, and many other politicians, business people, and local luminaries. University of Hong Kong, Hong Kong. English is the main language of instruction at the University of Hong Kong, located in Fort Fulham. It was founded by the British governor in 1911, but began to integrate Chinese culture and education into its courses by 1927, when the first degree in Chinese was offered. The buildings on the main campus in the mid-levels neighborhood of Hong Kong Island are some of the remaining examples of British colonial architecture. The main building, completed in 1912, is the oldest structure and has been declared as National Monument. Admissions are extremely selective. There are about 12 applications for every place for an international undergraduate. For students from mainland China, only 1 student gets a place for every 31 applications. Undergraduate courses take 4 years to complete, with a further year or two for medical programs. All local students are now required to take English and Chinese language courses. HKU graduates had been fundamentally involved in building modern China's political, economic, and cultural landscape. Many are also in senior positions in the private sector. Nanyang Technological University, Singapore. Nanyang Technological University, Singapore is a research-intensive university located in Singapore. It has gone up one place in the 2021 Asia University Rankings to be included in the top 5. It also features in the top 50 of the World University Rankings. The university also ranks highly for engineering and technology and computer science courses.